Buddy Pough Show.
All right, the Bulldogs began the second half on the defense, coach, and I was a little concerned about the locker room because we did not close the first half out on such a positive note.
Yeah, I was a little concerned there too, but then we kick off to them, and it's almost like we got both kickoffs because right after we did, you know, they got a turnover, or we got a turnover, and got the football right back.
Bethune-Cookman turning it over on the pitch. Raphael Bush coming up with the Tony White there as well, and you're ready to take advantage.
Right. This is a cleave to Trey Young there for a little for a nice game.
And Cleve turning the corner here, getting the shoulder square and getting it upfield for some positive yardage for South Carolina State, and ready to take advantage of another Wildcat turnover.
And you see there also what makes Will Ford such a nice player, and the fact that he blocks really nicely there too.
And the pass to Spencer Miller for the touchdown, getting it into the end zone. Coach, this was the second time you'd attempted to get it to Spencer Miller. He was open before on the play.
Yeah, we had him wide open on another route, and we missed him, but we did get it to him there.
And you got a chance to see the crowd. What a crowd of Bulldog fans we have for this game.
We've got a nice following, and I want to say I appreciate every one of them.
Corey Council answering the Bulldog return, taking it 98 yards for the touchdown. This was Bethune-Cookman's only score today, and that had to kind of disappoint you.
This was their only score, the touchdown of the day. And, you know, I'm telling you, our defense played great and stopped them from this point. But, you know, I just was hurt because of the fact that after we got them by 2 scores, we ended up giving up that long run.
Will Ford about to answer for Bethune-Cookman. Had a couple of people to beat, but gives you good field position.
When that ball was rolling around the ground, though, I was almost about to have a heart attack.
But he was looking into the sun, which I would imagine made it difficult. But then we give it back on the Darius Jackson fumble after the reception.
And this might be as good a play as I've ever seen here. Cleve gets him slowed down, and Will Ford comes from out of nowhere and gets this guy down.
It's very important because it gives your defense an opportunity to make some plays.
Not only does it give them a chance to make a big play, but they don't get anything out of this.
Raphael Bush on the play there. Here we come off the edge, forcing Russell back up the middle. Sid Lloyd grabs him, and David Irby.
I see another one of our freshman linemen there too, Sam Chester. Great to see him out there.
Field goal attempt is up and no good, so the turnover to South Carolina State, or from South Carolina State, results in no points for Bethune-Cookman. 7:07 to go in the third quarter. You go back on the offensive attack.
Right, we get the football here. Probably should have gotten it outside, but we didn't. Give it back to them. Here they go back down the field again. The
Wyatt Bone offense, and here comes Jimmy Russell, and this is giving people problems before, and this was one of his better runs of the day.
Right, they get a little counter-option offense here. Trap Henderson eventually gets him down.
You see the Wildcats deep in the Bulldog territory. Justin Branham with the run. A good open field tackle by Bailey Brinson. The Wildcats have to settle for a field goal, and the defense keeps them out of the end zone.
And they just keep stopping them. You know, we don't let them in, and as long as they keep doing that, you know, we got a chance.
2:12 to go in the third. Bulldogs up now, 17-13 at this point. And again, you get another big return from Dustin DuBose.
I tell you what, this new kickoff rule with the ball going back to the 30-yard line, looks like it's going to have a tremendous effect on things, doesn't it?
Bulldogs all the way down to the Wildcat 33. Little play action fake Cleve up top.
Yeah, this is Cleve, and he throws this one out to Matt Washington for a nice game.
Field goal attempt by Stephen Grantham. This one, of course, coming up short. Opportunity gone by for South Carolina State, and we turn the football back over to Bethune-Cookman.
This is a little bit disappointing because Stephen had such a good preseason. We thought we'd be a little more consistent in this.
Again, the Wildcat offense having some problems. We finally get Corey Council bottled up.
Yeah, and I see Johnny Cobra back there running around. Those two making some trouble for them.
Raphael Bush on the tackle. Bulldogs come back offensively, and this is Will Ford.
This is Will Ford in the stretch play, and then we come back and run the play action off of the stretch play and get a big play here.
2 tight end alignment now for South Carolina State as we go down the field, and up top, Cleve McCoy for the nail in the coffin.
This is the Trey Young, and we finally got one in. I thought we couldn't get this 2-score lead again, but we finally did.
49-yard touchdown pass from Cleve McCoy to Trey Young, and you kick it back off the Bethune-Cookman coach and just turn the rest of the game over to your defense.
You're right, but now we make a nice play here and get on this football. I think that might be Bailey Brinson there down on the ball, too. And, you know, we end up not getting anything out of it. We run the reverse here to Trey Young and get about 7-8 yards and get it down close. I think we might even get it inside the 10-yard line, but, you know, we just can't seem to get our whole offensive act together here.
Will Ford, another good day for Will Ford, rushing the football for South Carolina State. He ends up with 64 yards on the day rushing.
Right, this is another nice play here. We had third and long situation, and we run the draw play to Cleve, and he gets it down to about the 3-yard line. And, you know, we then try to run our goal line offense and get knocked back a little bit. And then we get an interference penalty. I just couldn't believe the interference penalty we got here, but, you know, we end up getting no points out of this deal.
The Grantham field goal attempt is blocked, and South Carolina State now holding on to a lead. Bethune-Cookman deciding to switch quarterbacks, coming with a new quarterback for Bethune-Cookman, and he's feeling the pressure.
And that's David Irvin finally getting him down here. I don't think this was a sack. I think he got across the line of scrimmage.
Again, new quarterback rolling back now for Bethune-Cookman. His name was McKinnison Sovran. Sovran runs around for seemingly 2 minutes and picks up only a yard.
I'm going to tell you what, I think all of our guys missed him at least twice, but eventually we got him down.
Sovran again, the Bulldog pressure coming. Xavier Littleberry off the edge.
And Littleberry is starting to have some big plays here. I think he makes 2 sacks in a row here.
Again, here comes Littleberry right off the edge again. There's the second sack.
Yeah, we get a little twist on there. I see Pat Brooks is also close by.
Littleberry transferred a couple years ago from Clemson's really come on this season. And here's Will Ford with this last carry of the game.
This is Will showing that he's got a little bit of a bad ankle. I'm hoping that this thing will be full speed this week, though. And this is Pat Brooks making a sack here. These are freshman guys making plays here. So we got a chance to have good defensive linemen for years to come.
Big play coming off there on the delayed blitz. That was David Irvin blowing up the quarterback and the incomplete pass. And now Bethune-Cookman really starting to come apart.
Right, we get down on the ground here, and I was afraid that we'd get a penalty there, but we were able to get by without one.
That was the way it ended, 24-13. South Carolina State the winner over Bethune-Cookman. When you look at the tail of the tape, Bethune-Cookman, 16 first downs to 14 for South Carolina State. A lot of their yardage came on one drive where they had it 17 plays, Coach.
It did. They came all the way down the field, but they didn't get any points out of it.
All right, we'll take a look at now at our State Farm drive of the game, our Farm Bureau drive of the game. And, of course, that was a one-play drive in which we go up top, Cleve McCoy to Trey Young eventually.
Yeah, well, we got a two-play drive. Actually, we run the stretch play, and then we run the play action off of the stretch play, where we get the deep ball to Trey Young.
And this is such a beautiful toss and such a great catch by Young, just pulling it in.
Right, this is beautiful. I'm gonna tell you, it was a big part of the game.
The Farm Bureau drive of the game, South Carolina State two-play drive, 52 yards for the score. We'll be back with more here on this edition of the Buddy Pough Show.